Hey everyone, today I wanted to talk about the benefits of the lessons I've learned, how they applied to my life when I went throughout OCD and anxiety recovery, what I learned from probably mid-2019 to even today. Even in the recovered state, I'm still learning things about myself in the sense of building frustration tolerance, building my skills with communication, benefiting stuff to my relationship and my marriage, building my relationship, my marriage, that was the word I was trying to use, and just all the things that I learned when I was suffering and how they continue on throughout the remainder of your life. So before I go any further, please subscribe, hit that like button down below. Let me know what you think about this video. Phil@ocdrecovery.com. Remember that what you learn throughout your journey is going to benefit you way beyond the boundaries of just OCD and anxiety recovery. Yes, breaking those fears down, your core fears, is a great thing. It brings down the catastrophizing. Acceptance doesn't mean agreement, but the reality is there's so much more to the benefits of what you learn throughout OCD and anxiety recovery. Now, before I go any further, it's important to state that there are no benefits of OCD. OCD itself, none. So I get people all the time and say, if it wasn't for my OCD, I wouldn't be successful. And I say, actually, you'd probably be more successful, more than likely. Can't say for sure. Your OCD has hindered you in many ways without you even knowing it. There is no, it's like saying there's a benefit to having stage 4, like a glioblastoma in your brain. There is no benefits. You die a terrible death. There's benefits of Alzheimer's. No, there's not. The disease itself kills you slowly and takes away many things from your life. It takes away your freedom, your movement freedom, your thinking freedom. There are no benefits to OCD. None. Not even one. All the benefits come from the lessons learned and the recovery process. But there are no it's like saying there's a benefit for me shooting you in the leg. No, there isn't. But there's benefits that you can learn from being shot in the leg afterwards, recovering, not being able to work out, realizing there might be more to life than just having your legs. That would be very difficult. Those are the lessons that change your life. The action or the disorder in of itself without any tools to recover is complete. It's all negatives. All negatives. It is important to state that because I hear that a lot. So let's talk about, the first thing I want to talk about are the small things that have been benefited from my life without me even knowing it. And that is building certain frustration tolerances with like people chewing, wearing uncomfortable clothes, being in chairs that are squeaky, being on tight seats in an airplane, having airplane delays, being stuck in traffic. All these little things, which I really didn't break down a whole lot on paper. I would just say, look, it's not the end of the world. You could sit with discomfort. Those things can drive people completely crazy. People can have their whole dinners ruined because the person next to them was chewing loudly at the table. That's the purest definition of frustration tolerance. Now, we have to have sympathy and understanding for people because if we didn't go through OCD and anxiety recovery, more than likely we wouldn't know any of this either. We wouldn't be able to get to where we want to go. So it's because of what we went through. That is what changed everything for us, right? The lessons that we learned from OCD, thanks to Rob, our Albert Ellis, Stoics, and other Greco-Roman philosophies and philosophers, etc., and different tidbits from, CBT and ERP and stuff like that. But again, without any of that, it's all negatives. The second thing that was benefited from my OCD recovery process was my marriage. My marriage is extremely strong. I don't see a lot of marriages as strong as me and my wife. I don't mean that in a cocky way. I just mean that because of all my frustration tolerance I had to build, because of being able to work on compromise, because I didn't need to feel in love all the time, putting myself before Erica in many ways, compromising, all those things, that came from the lessons I learned from Albert Ellis, from exposing myself to things I didn't want to feel. And then that translated over into relationships with my family members, my mom, my sister. Obviously, my father's been passed away from cancer coming up here in 7 years next March, and everything like that. Friendships as well. Maybe we don't agree on something. I don't need them to see it my way. The third thing that benefited, severely benefited from the lessons I learned through OCD recovery was my habits and how I got myself to a place to where I would just get the job done. Take today for an example. Today was a great example. My alarm went off at 4:50 and I really did not want to get out of bed. I was like 75% on skipping the gym. And if I would have skipped the gym, I could have accepted that. But I was like, get out of bed and just go to the gym. And Erica came in and she was like, I'm going to the gym. And she was already ready because she went to a 5:15 a.m. class. She had to be there by 5:15 a.m. So it was like 4:56 when she came in. And I usually wake up right away and start working. I don't believe a lot of this nonsense about getting up, getting primed or any of that. I don't prime or do any get ready. I think it's all a waste of time in many ways. But I get up, I open my eyes, and I literally start working. If people have messaged me, hey, I'll message you, I'll book you in after the gym, I'll message you after the gym, etc., etc. That way they know they're not put on hold, because the service we provide is top notch. There's not many services on earth that are as quick as a response as we are OCD Recovery. We make that a priority in our life to provide the best service, plus all the stuff in the coaching calls and WhatsApp groups and everything. And then, so I got up and brushed my teeth, did everything I normally do, got ready, made my bed. Always make my bed after I wake up, usually most days, unless Daisy's in it and I can't move her. Then I make it when I get home and she's out of my bed. Went to the gym, came home, did a bunch of email stuff, had to pay myself for my business, all the employees and stuff like that. Eric and I split that job. I think it's like 8:40 in the morning. I've already made 10 TikToks. I already had a one-to-one. No, sorry, that one-to-one got missed. I already did a couple other things. And I'm making this YouTube video now, and it's not even 9 o'clock in the morning. And I ate breakfast. I've already done before 9 a.m. what a lot of people have even done with their entire day. I mean, right now we're living in a society where people are very, very lazy. People have always been extremely lazy behaviorally. You can't be a lazy person. But now, because of the society we live in, and people get really offended by that. They go, no, I have a disorder. It's really hard. I understand that, but that still doesn't undercut the realities that you are being very lazy. And you are being very lazy, and that's okay. It's important to hear those things. This idea of the world that we live in where we can't hear the realities. So remember, the reality has a line in the road, and the further you move away from that reality, the more problems you're going to have with emotional disturbance. You're going to think the world is fair. The world is definitely not fucking fair. You're going to think that things shouldn't happen to you. Things are going to happen to you and all that stuff. So I changed all that by all the stuff. People could say whatever they want to me. I don't get offended. It's basically impossible to offend me. Being offended is a state of mind. It's a state of mind created by a belief system, which is, you shouldn't say that. It doesn't mean that I wouldn't get hurt. Someone's like, your business sucks, you're a piece of shit. Yeah, that would sting and I'd feel uncomfortable, but I wouldn't need to be like, well, let me show you why it's not. I used to do this in the beginning. I used to prove people why I was an evidence-based chiropractor. And Eric used to say to me, why do you have to open with that? Why do you have to say that? Because I had conditional self-acceptance. Now I can have people be like, oh, chiropractors are quacks, or oh, you're not a therapist, you're a loser, or something like that. That doesn't mean anything to me. It doesn't do anything to me. I'm still going to work. I'm still going to do what I think is right, and that's okay. We're not supposed to agree on everything. If we agreed on everything, that would be really fucking boring. The fourth thing that really benefited me was my anger. I had really bad anger, road rage, would get out of the car a lot, scream at people, yell. I didn't want to live my life like that anymore. I did not want to live my life in that type of anger. I wanted to change that by wearing frustration. Oh no, I felt it coming. There you go. There's another frustration tolerance. Look at my hair is all crazy now. Let's just leave it. Let's mess it up for the video. Dude, it's getting so... Erica hates it, by the way, when it's this long. I don't like it when it's this long. It's so long right now. Let's leave it like that. We're going to leave it like this for the rest of the video. Okay? This builds frustration tolerance. It's good for shame attack. I'm like Asher, the gymnast kid. The one like that. His hair was like that. I look like him, except I don't look like him, and I'm not nearly as talented as he is. I can't jump on the beam, guys. So, like, stuff like this seems like a funny example, but being able to have shame in front of people, no need to look a certain way with my body dysmorphia. I love lifting weights. I love building muscle. I like looking good in a shirt, but I don't need those things anymore. Like, there's no thoughts of, like, I have a mirror right here. I never look in that mirror. I just put my clothes on. Like, it takes me literally 20 seconds to get ready. I know guys can be a little bit better with that, but I mean, after I get out of the shower, I like put some lotion on, put underwear on, put my jeans on, put a shirt on, and I'm done. And then I go do my hair so it doesn't look like this. Even though this might be a good look. This might be the lady killer right here. I have to tell Erica. She's got to be careful. Just be careful. Hey, everyone. I'm Emo. Nice to meet you. I like to live in Brooklyn. And I'm a hipster. Nothing against any of those people. My mom's from Brooklyn. A little bit different. Been to Brooklyn in the 50s. So these are the things that are all benefited from OCD recovery. I would have never done this. No fucking way I would have ever done this in the past. I would have definitely had a heart attack. It's just really important to realize that it's not just about your main fears. It's not just about your POCD, your harm OCD, or anything like that. It's about building structure and habits for life. It's about building frustration tolerance. It's about being able to joke around and realizing that words and things and phrases and jokes are not the end of the world, whether you're saying them or people are saying them to you. It's okay. You don't have to like everything. But the extreme being offended, that comes from rigid beliefs of the way the world should work. The world shouldn't work like any way. Of course, there's ways that the world works better usually. Doesn't mean it should happen, or else World War II wouldn't have happened. But it did happen. and stuff like that. And those are all the things that benefited my life. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. Hopefully you like my new haircut. Maybe I'll make 2 videos like this. You should watch it. Remember my haircut video? Oh my God, one of the Jersey Shore spoofs. Those were great back in the day. So Phil at OCDrecovery.com. Hope to hear from you soon. As always, enjoy the rest of your day.